I played Jin ERSO, who is a bit of an outsider actually when we meet her at the beginning of the film. She's feeling disenfranchised, she doesn't know what she feels politically, she doesn't even know if she cares, and then slowly we see this woman starting to find something she believes in, starting to find a cause, and then also other people that she has an affinity with, and really grows and becomes a leader throughout the film.
My character is the coolest captain of the rebellion. I mean, it's a rebel intelligence officer, a spy basically. So quite a shady guy and a very complicated man, you know, full of contradictions. But a guy that is fighting for the right cause, you know, and he's willing to sacrifice everything for this.
I play director ORSON KRENNIC, who is the head of military intelligence and operations, and for the purposes of Rogue One, he's the guy who built the Death Star.
I would say he's a good person. I just did say he's a scientist, and he's a very curious scientist that works on something that has the ability to make the world a better place, but he also has the ability of doing the exact opposite. And he can't stop, even though when he knows this is wrong, he's maybe a little too curious to stop.
I play GERRERA, who's a freedom fighter who, becomes a rebel in order to stop the Empire from creating this weapon, mass destruction. And he becomes the leader of a group of rebels that are ostracized from the Rebel Alliance because we're such extremists. And we'll do anything by any means necessary to make sure that this doesn't happen, the Empire doesn't win.
My character is called BODHI Rook. He's an Imperial cargo pilot, and the reason he works for the Empire isn't because he's a die-hard, Empire supporter. He's just trying to earn a living. And what he realizes is that the big questions that face us all aren't ones we can run from. You've got to take a stand on them. You've got to, stand up for what you believe in. So that's what he decides to do. And I think that's quite a powerful message for our times.
What does Star Wars mean to you?
I think what's wonderful about Star Wars is it brings people together. I think at this stage, that's what I think is really meaningful. I get letters from everybody, especially the fact that we bring these movies out this time of year, that everybody wants to go with their friends and their family, and I think that's great. We don't do enough of that anymore.
It means I was a little kid watching something that I had never ever seen in my life. I would never dream about it, that anyone could do that on a big screen. And that's what I grew up with, and that's what for many of us changed our views on filmmaking or in films in general. So being here and this franchise or this saga is still around and then being part of it is quite surreal.
First of all, it means the beginning of my love for cinema, It's probably one of the first films I chose to see, It was that step of saying I don't want to be fed by my parents anymore. I want to choose the cinema I like, And this one was one of the first films I chose, and it left a mark on me. I'm talking about Episode 4 and that Genesis, the first Lucasfilm that blew my mind. So being part of this project is so intense, and the connection I don't find with anything else I've done before, And also I can share it with my kids, which makes it even more special.
I was 7 when I saw it the first time, when it first came out, and I was a fan instantly. So it means a lot to me.
Star Wars has all these little messages, and also it always is about rebellion against an oppressive force. That's been inside of every Star Wars, and I think we all need to take note that when something's going wrong, we're being oppressed or others are being oppressed, that we have to stand up and fight back.
It means a childhood dream. It means the first film I ever saw. It means the first film I tried to recreate, running around the house with my brother, making rip-offs like Planet Battles. And I think it's something that hopefully means a lot to so many different generations of people, from little kids to kind of, older people. And so it's really what it means to me right now is it's an honor.